Hey friends, I am at Epcot today for Food and Wine Festival, my first time this year in 2019, and today is actually the day of Hurricane Dorian. The park closes at 3 o'clock. I was planning on coming here regardless of the hurricane or not because today's my day off, so I decided to still come, and so far it seems pretty empty and I like it. But there are things I want to get done today. I need to get that annual pass, and I also want to try at least some nifty food or drinks from Food and Wine. So let's go do this. And like I said, the crowd levels are very low because of Hurricane Dorian, and it's actually a pretty beautiful day. Most of the hurricane effects will come on later on tonight. Osceola County has 11 p.m. curfew, so that's why the park's closed. Well, that and the safety and the security for all of the guests and the cast members. And I felt like I really needed to get out here to get that magnet because if you haven't heard, the Simba magnet over at Animal Kingdom is already sold out. So I felt like that might happen for the Food and Wine ones. So I was like, I'm going.
The fastest you can go, the fastest ride you're gonna get. This way. We had 10 of them. I took my
There we go.
Last time I'm taking my.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh ho, it's magic, you know. I do want to say there is a lot of heavy wind today, so if the audio is a little off, that's because of the wind. I don't have a dead cat on the camera itself. Both sides of Mission Space are currently at 5 minutes and 5 minutes, and there's not 20 people near Mission Space right now. Like, there's not anyone near us. Wow. Having no wait times for attractions is pretty awesome and all, but I really want to see Food and Wine. I want to be able to go to the booths without gigantic long lines. I don't want to be crowded. So that's what I'm mainly here to do. So we're going to head over to World Showcase and start looking at some of the Food and Wine stuff. Test track, 20 minutes for standby. Not too shabby. And look who I ran into. If you can't tell, it's Get Binky.
What is up, you lovely lot? Yo,
look at that.
Mr. Mora right now.
Awesome.
From the UK.
This is seriously my kind of Epcot. I'm loving it here right now. But as you can see, the Odyssey's closed down too. Usually they have a lot of Food and Wine stuff there. So I'm not sure what to expect or what's going on actually. I should have watched some of my friends' vlogs because I would have got some nifty tips. I can't control my excitement, so the first stand I see, I'm like, I gotta get something. So, Thailand and Singai Lager for $4.50. I wouldn't mind trying a little Thai beer. And it's so slow, they don't even have the cash stands open. You just literally go up and you order your food and drink right here. I have had this beer before. I do remember I liked it, but I thought it was interesting that I literally just paid actually right in the stand instead of at the registers. So, carpe diem. This has nothing to do with the hurricane. There's never anybody down here on a normal day, even on a busy day. But I still like the view, and since I got my Thai beer here, I might as well just take it in for a minute or two. We're not going to have time to actually hit every single stand of Food and Wine or to do a full lap, but I just want to knock out a couple of them, at least take advantage of that. My intentions was just to get the Cooper's Brewery Original Pale Ale until I seen the roasted lamb chop. I couldn't resist. Now I just need to find a garbage can somewhere so I can eat this. Funny to say that, huh? Just look at that. Wow, it does look very delicious. Got a little potato puree with some pistachio salsa. Well, I don't know if it's called salsa. I just know it's pistachio, but oh yeah. It looks good. What I plan to do is take a little of this puree and pistachio and just put it on there like this, and then just take a bite out of it. That way I get a little bit of everything. Wow. I can really say that something was drawing me to that lamb chop, and I'm glad it did. I really liked it. The lamb chop itself kind of just tasted so-so, but it was the puree and the pistachio that really made it something special. So I've actually walked past at least 6 stands so far, and this is the longest line here at Ireland. They must got something good. There's at least 12 people waiting for it. I wonder what it is, because everything looks pretty delicious here. You got the bread with the stout dip, with the warm chocolate pudding. I hear that is very popular. Or maybe it's the Guinness Barley Shake. But unfortunately, I'm not going to experience any of that, because they just informed everyone that was actually waiting in the line that it is cash only. And when it comes to food and wine, I just don't roll like that. I just don't roll like that. Oh, I found an even bigger line here in France. This is a little shocking, but still not as bad as what it normally would be, because I know sometimes they queue up behind here. There's still only about 20 people in line. They must be coming for the croissant aux escargots. Is that what you're coming for? Good luck. Good news to anybody who wanted to eat at Spice Road. Look at this. Look at this. I can literally just take in a lot of cool detail over here and not feel a little claustrophobic at all. No food and wine concert tonight. It was supposed to be Mercy Me, but because they're closing at 3 o'clock, they just canceled. And of course they should. I'm sure you guys are well aware of my love for Bud Light in the parks, but during food and wine, I feel like it's a crime for me to order Bud Light. So that's why I haven't got to my, staple beer. But like I was saying, I feel like it's worth mentioning that I think Africa's stand is the most themed stand. I really love how it fits in over here. So I just received some good news. We are going to make a full lap around World Showcase because Epcot has lifted their 3 o'clock closer time and now is going to close at 7 p.m. and give us more time here. How cool is that? So let's just keep moving along. And with more time comes more beer. And let's get that beer flight here at the Brewers Collection. I'm excited. And look at this. I was just talking to Get Binky because they said that they liked the grapefruit beer, and I said that every year at the Food and Wine they have an alternative by the same company that makes that, and they have the pomegranate beer. I think they had that last year, but I have seen a lemon beer, and we're gonna try it. All of them. Look at that. Ah, very nice. Thank you. There it is, the beer flight from the Brewers Collection. We have a lager, a huffa, and then the pomegranate beer. Delicious. I guess we'll start with the pomegranate beer because it looks delicious. Does it taste delicious? No. I don't hate it. It just kind of tastes like sweet. Doesn't taste like a beer at all, actually. Let's move on to the Heffa. I don't know if it's actually pronounced Heffa. I just pretend like I know what I'm saying, especially when I'm reading really difficult words. But whatever it is, it's pretty good. Now that I like.
God, that was...
They were all delicious, but I have to say, the Hackler Pescar, my favorite. Well, as I was sitting there on a trash can enjoying my beer flight from the Brewers Collection, big water droplets started falling down on my head and the skies got very gray. So I don't know what's gonna happen shortly, but we might be running out of this park. Beautiful skies, dark clouds. Oh, I feel like a lot of people have the same idea because a lot of people are just flooding to get out now. And I see the ponchos coming out and the Reina umbrellas. China, being one of the more popular stands, has nobody waiting in line there. I'm actually making my way out of World Showcase and noticed how quiet it is. They shut the music off for some strange reason. And like normally it is a lot louder. Wow. I can hear crickets actually. Not even lying. That wasn't crickets, that was actually the margarita mixers actually spinning in the margarita stand. Oh yeah guys, it's really starting to come down. We gotta get out of here. Monorail. I enjoyed my time here and it was fun, but it is going to probably downpour in just a couple minutes, and it's not going to be one of those Florida storms where it rains for 10 minutes. I think it's going to be an actual rainstorm. So, love the life you live. We'll see you next time. Bye! But thank you for celebrating with us. Before we head out, I want to mention one more thing. Now that Disney has switched their close time for Epcot from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., it is now the latest park to be opened. And I think that's why the crowds are starting to gather back up, because they have nowhere else to go. It's either here, the resort, or Disney Springs. Where would you choose?